right, we're almost ready. Give me one moment. Nice. All right, I think we are set. Let me just double check mic levels real quick. I think we're good. Nice. All right. Just leave it at that. All right, welcome to the dev method. Oh, maybe I should do this. Hey, welcome to the dev method. My name is Ricky. We're here today to program. Sometimes you program in different languages, but today it is Rust. And what we're gonna do is we're following this. Here, I'll show it to you. Something we've been doing for the last couple of streams. I'll tell you a little bit of the plan. So this is called the 100 Exercises to Learn Rust. There's a GitHub link in the description. So if you want to either follow along or try it yourself, I think it's a great time to learn Rust, but also a great way to learn Rust interactively instead of just reading the book or watching videos. So hopefully this helps you get motivated to start that if you need to do that. It also has some links about like IDE integration and stuff like that if you want to do that. But yeah, links in that description. So if you want to check it out, please do so. We've already done a couple of live streams before. So you're watching me stumble and fumble through revisiting Rust. I haven't done it in a while. Today, I think we're going over the drop trait, which is key. So yeah, I'll try to explain what I'm doing as I'm going through it. But if there are questions, I will definitely go over those questions. But if there are no questions, I just keep going. That's the idea. Yeah. So let's keep going here. What do we got? I'm going to the repo before I jump in. A little sip of coffee there. Always helps out. Okay, so the way the repo is structured, just as a reminder, could have been a long weekend for you, so happy Monday. We have the exercises folder. So we go into the exercises one by one. So we went through intro, basic calculator, ticket V1. We're just at the end of traits, and then we'll go into tickets V2, then tickets management, threads, and futures. Not all today, but eventually. That's the goal. And then at the end of this, I want to do some sort of recap. Maybe like key learnings I got out of this. You know, I did learn a couple of new things that I actually have never learned before, never thought about doing before. So yeah, it's been a good journey. Let's do this. We go to traits. Oh, and then we have the exercises in here. So each one of these is a repo. And I believe we are on cloning. Let's just go to copy just to double check. You just pop in, take a look. Yeah, we did the copy. So you do the derive copy macro. Yeah, we did all this. Oh, and then add wrapping. Yeah, so there's like some of these, like, even though it says you're learning the copy trait, I actually will learn things like this wrapping add. So yeah, that's what I think is really cool about this, that you can just learn new things as you go. So yeah, real quick. There we go. All right. Okay, so all right. We want to go to the drop trait, which is number 13. And again, as a reminder, we're looking at the to-dos. We're going to read through it. It's very minimal of what it says to do. Sometimes it's not always the best and complete, but we complement that with the website, rust-exercises.com/100 exercises. But yeah, essentially, this has a little bit further, more verbose way of explaining what you're supposed to be learning here. So it's good to look at this first before we go through and actually try and code anything. All right, implement a so-called drop bomb. Okay. A type that panics when dropped. Oh, okay. Unless a certain operation has been performed on it. You can see the expected API below. Oh, I see. So we're going to have some sort of struct drop bomb is what it's called. Okay. It's going to have, let's do its little constructor here. No properties, like so. Okay, that gets rid of that. Oh, and then it needs something called diffuse. Okay, FN diffuse. Okay. Oh. Maybe that's how it's meant to be because it's the mute. And then it's just bomb. All right, so it's saying we should implement the drop trait on bomb, I believe, or on drop bomb, and then it's going to throw panic, or should expect a panic. That's what this is saying here. So let's go back to the website. Okay, we introduced destructors, drop function, reclaim the memory occupied. Okay, cleans up additional resources that the value might be managing. Okay, yep, this is that. It's a mechanism that you can define additional cleanup. Beyond that, the compiler does that for you automatically. That's correct. So yeah, whenever it goes out of scope, so what it's saying is bomb here, it's in scope, but then right at the end of this, like, you know, right at the return of a function or just the end of the function here, bomb will be, that variable will be dropped is the idea. So let's see, I'm talking about copy trait. We said that the type can't implement copy if it manages additional resources beyond this many bytes. So you might wonder, does the compiler know if a type manages additional resources? That's right, drop implementation. Okay, drop implementation. Compiler will assume that your type has additional resources attached to it and won't allow you to copy. Okay. So that's what it's saying here. And that's what it's saying we're supposed to do here. All right, let's get that set up for us, and then we'll come back. Yep, there it is. All right, so far so good. Okay. It's enough to have it empty. Sounds good. Compiler will complain about this error message. Copy not allowed on types with destructors. Okay. Let's just try that. Let's just see if we can replicate that, because this is all about learning, right? Copy Oh, yeah, here it is. Cannot be implemented for this type. This type has a destructor. Copy will not allow any types of destructor. Yeah, okay. Cool. Sounds fun. All right, so implement the drop trait. All right, but it's saying it should panic. So in order to get this going here, we'll use the panic macro. I'll just say panicking. Okay. And let's test this out. We do cargo test. Warnings. All right, should panic. The first one is all good. Let's see what the second one was. Okay, so the bomb should not panic when dropped since it has been diffused. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I guess what that means is diffused bool. Yeah. And then we'll start it off as is diffused false. Okay. But then when we do diffuse, we do self.diffused true. Okay. And then we say if self dot is diffused, else, right? Do nothing. There's other ways to write that, obviously, but that's what we're going to do for now. Okay, so now if I go back, cargo test, we got it. Nice. There we go. Okay, so that's that one. Let me just go back here, get us set up for the next part, the outro. Outros are, I've seen, very simple so far. Okay. Number 14. Let's get this clear here. All right, 14. Define a... Oh, okay. So this is actually, the outro is not going to be simple. We're going to like take everything we learned from this section and use it. All right, define a new type here. Okay. Saturating U16. Okay, so far so good. Should provide, it should hold a value, which is a U16. Okay, cool. Should provide conversions from U16, U8. Okay, so this is talking about our from trait. So we're going to implement from. And oh man, we did this last week. From for saturating. Right? I think that's how we do that. Let's take a look back real quick. What was that in? Not derive. Orphan rule? Trait? Is it in here? Oh, we're getting close. Go back. Orphan rule. Overloading? Nope. Trait bounds? Nope. Derive? Nope. String slice? Nope. Oh man. From. Oh boy. All right, we'll get back to that. But yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a from drain, fn from. Okay. Right now, we'll just put a to-do in there. Yeah, so we're going to go from a 16 to an 8 is the idea. It should support additional addition. Okay, so we're going to have to do the add trait. Is that what we're saying too? We'll add. Add is from is ops add. Yeah, implement add for that. To do. All right, we're in. Oh, so close. What do we got? Oh, output. Output is going to equal a, let's say U16 right now. Okay, that's that. So we can add saturating U16, a U16, a borrowed U16, borrowed saturating U16. Addition should saturate at the maximum value. Yeah, I get that. I understand. We learned a little bit about that too. It should be possible to compare it with another. Okay. That maybe we could take care of right away. Derive, partial equal. Debug. Debug representation, derive that as well. Okay, we got quite a bit of this. Tests are located in the tests folder. Okay, let's review that real quick. Tests, integration tests, right? Okay, yep, here's the intos because of the from, right? If we're gonna implement a from, we get the into for free. Forget what they say, that's like no cost or something like that. But yeah, and then we get here, and then here's the froms, and then here's our additions as well. So far, it's just saying this isn't marked as pub. Maybe that's why we don't see any other issues if they are there. So let's do that. Pub. Okay. What do we got here? Oh yeah, okay. Cool. It's our little warning saying we gotta implement it. Yeah, we got that. We got that. All right, we'll have to look back at the other ones. Let's do the add first. Or maybe do the from? I don't know. Yeah, maybe let's do the from first. Sound good? Okay, so let's do... Here's from. See, this is what we're looking for. From one to the other. That's what we get. The into. Yeah. Okay, so if I go back. Whoop, and I think that's all we got to do. But then the other thing is we want to do one for... Whoop. Copy. I think that's what we want. I think that's what we want. Oh, wait. Copy is implicit. Yeah? There we go. Okay. All right. Let me get that copy out of here. Okay. What were the other ones? Let's see. Let me move this down here. Okay. From U16, from U8, from a borrowed. Okay. What's the next one? Let's do from a borrowed U8. U8. So. As U8. Is that how we do that? How do we do that? I forget how we're doing that. How we're going from one value to the other. Yes. We did do this. Probably in this one. Oh, into. Oh no, we didn't do it right. All right, I'm mixing up my implementations here. Yeah, it's always 32 to 32. Okay, let's go back. Let's not do a borrowed. Let's do this. There we go. And then what is this here? We got, can we do into here? No. I think that's how we do that there. And then since we have this, now we can do this. Oop. Okay. Does that work? All right. No one's correcting me, so I'm guessing that's how that works. So I think we've done the froms. Now we need to do the addition. Saturating addition. So we do self.value dot saturating add of right hand side's value. Is that how we do that? I think so. But then we need to do this for borrowed? Or did we get that for free? Let's see. Oh, okay. Conflicting. Cool. Let's look at the test, yeah? Yeah, okay. So we got the adding seems okay, except here. Let's go back to the from. What do we got here? Okay, because of the adding. A is a saturating, B is a saturating. And from a 16, we should be able to get expected U16 found day saturating. Is that I did this wrong, didn't I? From a U16. Okay, make a saturating from a U16. Or yeah, okay. And then this wanted us to do what now? Whoop. All right, let's go back to those site. Closing thoughts. They do have the answers here, the solution. Let's just go to the solution branch real quick so we can move on. Because I'm mixing up something here. Solutions. While that's loading, let's take a little break. Oh, we're on traits. We're on the outro of the traits. Oh, we didn't do clone. Do we need to do clone? Yep, this one's right. On the U8. Do we get the U8 right? Oh, we didn't do from a borrowed U16. Oh, we did. But they did an into? I mean, sure. I guess we could do that. I don't know. This is going to be the same, I think. Okay. We did this, right? Yeah. But our ads are wrong. Where's the saturating? We got regular ads. Oh, okay. Have to do all of them? Oh, they implemented partial equals. Because of the borrowed. All right, we'll get back to that. But the adding. Oh, I see. Get the sum and then put it into a output of self. That's what I need. Okay. Oh, and then I need to be able to add to myself, I think is the idea. Yeah, that's what I'm missing. Okay, it seems so obvious now that I look at it. So add for this. because this returns, whoops, a U16, but we want to return, go back to that, right? Just a regular add. See, we're not returning a saturated U16. That's my problem there. Yeah. Okay, yep, and then this is wrong. And you set that to a variable. See, it's a U16. Yeah, it seems so obvious now. And then value is the sum. Yeah. That's what this one is. Right? Oh wait, I just did this one. Oh, self plus. Yeah, that got confusing. Okay, I was thinking of this other one. Where's the other one? All right, let's just do the first one, which is this. Okay. You need to do self plus right hand side dot value. Right? Is that what that's saying? Yeah. Okay. And then this is only possible because we're about to do the other ones? What is this saying? Found a U16. Yeah. All right. Now let's do this one. Move it off to the side so I can see it while I write it. Otherwise, I'll be flashing back and forth. And then add for a U16 for century. Okay, whoop. Okay. And then we do the output is self, because it's U16. Put that there, just so you guys can see that. F add. So yep, U16, and then this is where I do the sum. Side, then return a saturating. Yep, then that goes away. That's what I was looking for. Cool, but now I need to do the borrowed versions. So a borrowed add for a borrowed saturating for type output always the saturating. So fn add. And that one, self plus deref this. Is that how that works? That's how they want it to work. Why does deref work? Is that because they got clone up there? Or copy? Copy, clone and copy. Let's get it up there. Oh, nope, still did not work. Okay, I'm looking at this one for the borrowed version. Getting a borrowed version. Let's see. that because I don't have the I have U16, but I don't have a borrowed U16? I think that's why. So we need the borrowed U16 in here. That's what we should have done next. U16. Yep. Oh. Oh, it's because I said from. It's messing everything up. 4. And U. 16. Okay, now I need to get this in here. So self. We need to get a sum. Borrowed? No. Self plus whatever's in there. Yeah? It's interesting. I see sometimes they're explicitly saying saturating U16 and then other times just self. Self should be this. Oh, get that out of there. There we go. Okay, now we're on to something. Yeah, semicolons. I'm like mixing the implicit return with not doing an implicit return. Yeah. Some wise person once told me just use returns. Like this. Oh, gotta spell return right though. Cool. Let's do it here. Let's do it here. Okay. Do we have all the adds? Let's see. We have an add the U16, borrowed U16, borrowed saturating. Does that get our integration test done? No. It doesn't. We're almost done with the compiler errors. Expected saturating U16, but found a U16. Okay. Because A plus A equals another U16, but we need to also be able to go from a saturating U16 to a U16 and compare the two, right? So is that what's in here? Oh, here's the partial equals part. Okay, so yeah, they want to be able to also compare this to it. That's what that means. Okay. I'm going to put this higher up here. Partial equals 4. But a partial equals of a U16. Yeah. EQ. Only have to do this one, it looks like, because then the not equals would just be the inverse of this. Return. Self.value equals the value. Other. Yeah, other. Like that. And that will equal. Okay. Yeah, it's good to have the solution branch because it definitely gets a little confusing, especially when doing this live, right? Yeah. Wow, it almost took the whole time to just do this. Did we get it all though? Okay, maybe. We'll see. Let's cargo test. Nice. All right, so the test did pass. Just double check all the output. All right, so that was something. That was good. It's good to have that solutions branch there. Maybe if I would have done this all in one take, one day, would have been easier. Let's go back to main branch. All right. Do we have enough time to get started on the next one? We must. We have a little bit of time. The next one is tickets v2. Learn about enums. Option type, result, debug. Yeah, I feel like these should have come before what we just did with the conversions and stuff, but I guess if you want to do these try from and you're talking about errors, yeah, they all kind of like intermingle with each other in terms of like they overlap in their concepts. So you kind of build a little bit more as you learn one, you're going to learn the other. Yeah. Okay. Let's do. Let's do this. Nope, didn't want to do that. Let's go back out. Real quick. All right. There we go. All right, that's probably good. All right, so we're now at tickets v2. So we're about halfway through. So this is part 6. So it took us about 6 hours to get through the first half while also doing it live. Not bad. I'm sure it'll take other people way, way quicker. All right, so intro is the first thing. Do the intro. Nice. I knew we'd have time for the intro. The ticket type. Oh, ready to refine the ticket type. What do you guys think? Did I pass? I passed. All right, so we got the enums. Enums are cool, guys. Enums are cool. All right. We're going to use status as a type for ticket status. So the property status used to be a string in the older or preceding lessons or exercises. But now we're going to make it an enum right here. All right, so derive are recursive. Yeah, so like as long as the cases of an enum or like the enum itself is partial equals and debuggable, then this derive will work. But if they're like a custom type that doesn't do that, then that's not going to work. That's what that's saying. Same for debug. Okay. Add the missing variants. I don't know what your variants are. I guess that would be to do in progress and done, but these are official. Like we'll get syntactic errors if we don't spell it exactly correctly. So we're not going to have dashes in there or spaces, right? So let's see. So like on this line here, the spaces and whatnot. So is there a test down here? Yeah, okay, so to do doesn't have the dash. What else? In progress doesn't have a space. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. To do in progress. Oh, what was the last one? Done. Did that work? Okay, we still have some other issues here. Oh, yeah, because then if we go back up here, this is now status. Yep, and then here we got this. Implement debug. Okay, so debug. Nice. Yeah, we could have used a coding action too, but I think it's better to just type it all out. Yeah, partial equals. Let's do a partial equals on this. Okay, we still got some issues, so let's go down. All right, because now we're saying status is a string here. Let me look at the test. I think we got to change the type is what we got to do. Yeah, okay. It's always passing in this, but where's new? New. Oh, new we're not using anymore? All right, maybe this. So then what about status? Yeah, okay. All right, well, I guess what I'm gonna do, I know new is not used in this here, but I'm gonna change this to status, okay? Now we don't need this panic because we've basically eliminated this. Because strings, there could be all sorts of things in a string, right? Strings are somewhat limitless in terms of the possibilities of what characters are in there. But now with the enum, we don't actually need this. So yeah, that's that. Let's go back to status though. Get a status. Yep. Okay. Got some other warnings though. Got any others? What is this saying? Oh. Let me capitalize this. Okay. And status. Okay, it wants to use status multiple times, I think, because we got to do copy on this bad boy. Does that work? No. Don't change the test, they say. Yeah, see, this is doing a clone. All right, well, maybe I gotta look this up, but maybe this means it's a clone. Like, where's the implicit clone part? Yeah, maybe that did it. Yeah, okay. But do I need the copy? Yes, I need both. Okay. Clone and copy the value. All right, what else is wrong though? Okay, now we just have a bunch of warnings. Dead code. Okay, that's fine. What does this say? Status is never used. Not true. It's over here. Ticket never used. Oh, well, it's, yeah, okay. Pub. Let's pub them. We're in. All right. Most of the warnings should be gone. Oh, all warnings are gone. Okay. Are we going to build and run? Yeah, we built. We ran. Nice. Cool. All right, so that's that one. We are building upon our knowledge from the previous part, so that's good. Feels good. Feels good to do that. So we got enum done. Match. I don't know that we'll have enough time for match. Let's just take a look at it. Preview for next time. Yeah, implement the end sides using match. Oh, okay. So if it's got 0 sides, okay. Let's try this. All right, match. Okay. So if we are a shape of a circle, this is again an implicit return, but here we got 0 sides. Notice how this is not going to compile until we exhaustively do all. So square has got 4 sides, and then a rectangle also 4 sides. A triangle, it's got 3 sides. Pentagon, whoop. Oh, gotta do shape. There we go. 5 sides, and that's it. That should take care of that. Any other tests? Nope. Okay. Now it's just saying here, not being used. I just make this pub. Get those warnings out of the way. All right, I think we implemented it. Actually, we did have time to do match. So it had to exhaustively match every single case here. We're probably going to get into more advanced use cases here, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody who's never done this before. But there are other things we could do here. Although now that we're matching on an enum, we just exhausted. But you can match on all sorts of things, like a string, right? I think, right? Can you match on a string? Let's see. Match below. Can you do that? Right. Wildcard is necessary. All right, we're not going to go into there. Okay, we're not going into there because that's a different concept. This is all you need to know for now, for today. Cool. All right. Just as a recap, today we were doing 100 exercises in Rust. This was part 6. We were using the links from this GitHub repo. So the link's in the description, but you have the solutions here. You have some instruction on how to set up some tools to help you with this. There's also this walkthrough, like a documentation website for 100 exercises to learn Rust. So we just did enums. Yeah. And then we did the matching. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely more. Yeah, there's more concepts here. So I would suggest read through this so you can see more. But yeah, like, there you go. Exhaustiveness. Yeah, so we just did that. Whoop. And tomorrow we'll pick up where we left off. So we'll do the tickets E2. And we will do probably try and get through at least a couple more. I don't know. Depending on how difficult they feel, we might get to the end. We'll have to see. All right, guys. You know what's next. for watching.